Hey guys, I'm Jeff the Homestead Dad and welcome to the Homestead. I wanted to give you an update on what's going on here in the High Tunnel. This is my Nifty Hoops High Tunnel that I got with a grant from the government. Covered most of the cost of this. I got it rototilled and I have planted, 51 tomatoes, 4 peppers, and 25 strawberries in here. So the tomatoes and the peppers are in these 3 rows, 1, 2, and 3, and then I've got a little patch of strawberries over here. I'm trying to see if I can extend the strawberry season by being able to keep them in here. And it's an experiment, we'll see what happens. I had a drip tape system set up for last year. Now last year my tomato rows were set off more to the side. This year they're more in the middle here. So I just had to move my header, this right here. I'm going to turn the camera around so I can show you a little bit more closely. So this right here is a harder plastic, it's called the header line, and then you put these valves in and you hook up the drip tape, and the drip tape has emitters every 12 inches, and then you can end it wherever you need to. I also had to shorten it up because my header last year was further that way. I wanted a little bit more space this year. So the nice thing about the drip tape is, let me take you down, I can show you, is you just fold it over on itself and put a little end cap on it, and it stops the flow. So I can use it this length, and then if I decide later I want to extend it out further, I can go ahead and do that. But all it is a plastic cap that you just fold the hose over and stick it in there, and it stops the flow. So we've got these 3 rows, and the kit that I bought only came with 1 connection to a hose line. Let me show you that as well. Okay, so here's where we connect to our hydrant. This connects to the water. This is a pressure reducer, and then this is our header line. So they only came with 1 of these, the kit that I bought last year. So I need another one of these to set up a system for my outside garden. I'll probably also need a flow reducer as well, because you can imagine pressure coming out of hydrant is quite high. And if I tried to run that through these pipes, I'd burst them or I'd pop the caps off on the end or whatever. So this pressure reducer helps to stop that from happening. So I'll need another one of those as well. But what I want to do is at least lay out the drip tape so that when the stuff comes on Tuesday or on Saturday, I can get it set up and I can use that instead of having to walk around and water everything by hand. So let's go ahead and get that started. You can see I've run the drip tape all the way down there. I've left it long. I'm going to cut it a little bit long here because, like I said, then if I need it longer, I have it. I can always shorten it up with the cap. So all I'm going to do is take a razor knife and cut this here, and then I'm going to do that for all 4 rows so that when the stuff comes, I can quickly put the header on and I'll be good to go on Saturday. Now what I'll do is I'll cut it in between the 2 emitters, like right in between. So right here seems to work. 1 slice and 2, that should do it. And then I'll just continue on down the rest of the way. I'll probably have Jonah come help me so I can just do this really quickly. And then I'll be ready to go as soon as the stuff gets here. pipes out here. Three of the ends are done. One is not, because I need to get that's coming on Saturday. I can probably cut off a piece of header and do that, but right now, since I got to do the other stuff on Saturday, I'm actually going to bring the trimmer down, trim around here, and then there's some asparagus and strawberries stuck in that high stuff along the high tunnel. So I'm going to go grab the trimmer and trim that stuff down. I just fertilized all the plants with some organic fertilizer. I've got to find time to get the rabbit pellets shoveled up from underneath the rabbits and come start putting that around the stuff as well. But I will see you guys Saturday morning. Guys, well, it is not Saturday. It's not even Sunday or Monday. It's Tuesday. We've had a bunch of rain, so I haven't had to worry about getting the outdoor drip tape set up. But we're gonna have a few days of no rain now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up. I wanted to show you a couple of the processes to get this done, and then we'll go ahead. Sorry, the lighting's bad if I do it that way. And then we'll test it out and see how it works. So let me turn the camera around and we'll get started explaining everything. Okay, so on this end, this from the white part this way is a pressure reducer, so that you don't have 40 psi coming out of your hydrant and blowing out all the rest of this pipe. So this will reduce the pressure. Then this part down to where my thumb is, from my finger to my thumb, is it connects to a hose if you don't have a pressure reducer or you don't need one. And then this attaches to this black hose. And I'm going to show you all you have to do. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Okay, so the process to do this is, I don't know if you can see this ridge right here. There is a ridge underneath. You push the black hose over that, and again I'm going to try to do this with one hand. Then you just screw this down over it as tight as you can, and that will make a seal on that. It obviously needs to go tighter than that, but I can only do so much while holding the camera. Okay, so in order to add this valve, so we can add the drip tape, you need to put a hole in the black pipe. And in order to put the hole in the black pipe, you use this. This came with the set that I had. If you don't have one of these, you can just use a small screwdriver. Just use something smaller rather than bigger, so that you're not making a hole that's too big. So all you do is punch this in, making sure to only go through one side, and then you pull it out. And then you have to force this into that hole, and it's going to be tight. It's going to take some work, but you want it to be tight, because if it goes in too easily, then it will leak. So you push it in. Come on, get it. Oh, so close. There we go. Now the pressure will push that back up against there so that it doesn't leak. Now for this, like I said, you screw these back as far as they'll go. You take the drip tape like this, and you just slide it over the edge like that, and you need to slide it over that ridge, so you kind of have to work it back and forth. That's the one thing about this, is that it doesn't want to get on so easily, so you just got to push it on. Once you've got it over the ridge, then you can screw this down like that, so you make, I'm going to twist this like that, so you make a tight connection. And on this tape, the orange stripes, the emitters, I put them facing down, and that's the end of it. Okay, I've shown you this style of ending where this cap goes on here, and you can see it's just bent over on itself. I bent it over on itself twice, and that stops the water from coming out. I'm going to take this one off actually, and I bought, let me sit you guys down on the ground. So this is a different style, and it's the same style as the valve. You just put it on, screw it over. I like this style better. Well, I think I do. We'll see how it works, but it should be a more positive connection. So I'm just going to hold it like here, try to slide it on. This hose is not wanting to puff up. There we go. So I'm just going to slide it over this, make sure I get it over the edge. This is sliding over much easier. So you can see I've slid it over there, and then all I'm going to do is screw this down tight. Like that. And now if I pull on it, it's not going anywhere. It's tight. So that should make a solid connection, and this should stop it. I think it'll be better than this. We'll find out. The problem I've had with these have sometimes been that it will sometimes come off like that, and then you end up having a hose just leaking all over the ground. Let's walk along the hose so I can show you all of the pieces one more time, and then there's nothing left to it but to do it. So we're going to give it a shot. Hopefully we don't have any leaks. Hopefully this works well. So starting at the hose end where we will connect it, there's the pressure reducer and the hose valve that connects the header line to the hose outlet. Okay. Then as we walk along here, we've got that valve that we just set in here. And if I wanted to turn this off because these were all spent out, all I'd have to do is turn this, I might be able to do it with one hand, turn it 90 degrees, and that would turn that off. And you can do that with each valve. So, and the drip tape goes all the way to the end, and it's got a stop on it. Another valve, another valve, another valve, and then another stop like we just put down at that end. Haven't messed anything up. We should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a hose out of the hydrant and high tunnel. We'll hook it up, say a little prayer, hopefully things go well. Down here in the high tunnel, we ran a hydrant from our water source up by the barn down to here, and I've got a two-way diverter on here. This one right here goes to my drip tape system, which is watering these plants, and then I have a hose, a garden hose that I've been using right now to water the strawberries over there. I am going to add either some drip tape or some overhead diffusers on those strawberries so I can water everything from the one drip tape system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the water to my hose like that, and then I'm going to disconnect this hose, hook up this black hose that I use for outside watering, and then knock on wood, we'll be good to go. Probably need to get a triple or quadruple diverter for down here. Careful, you guys are gonna get wet. Almost. You guys almost got wet. Suppose I could have let off the pressure. There we go. Okay, so that hose is down. This end. Yeah, just a second, bud. One-handed, not terrible, huh? Okay. Oh, don't turn on yet. Let's go hook up the other end.
Daddy?
If you don't have one of these style of valves, I highly suggest getting one. You gotta slow your roll, buddy. Shake that camera all over the place.
What's that red thing in there?
It's a pressure reducer.
Was it already
this is gonna
in
be
there?
interesting.
Was that already in the hose, or did you put it in there?
I just put it on here. Oh, yeah, that was on there.
No, the red thing. That's in the hose.
It's just called a gasket.
Did you put it in there?
No, it came with it. My little buddy is gonna help me out. The black hose. He's gonna turn on the water. We're gonna see if we got any leaks. It moved. I don't know, we'll find out. Oh, thank you, that'd be great. He says we've got some kinks in our hose.
Oh, there's a bunch of kinks. One here,
Is that doing it? I hear air coming out of the hose. Oh, there we go. There we go. Whoa, that's a lot of pressure. Okay, thank you. Okay, now pull it a little bit more. So if you guys remember, sorry the lighting is bad. If you guys remember when I did this, a little bit more, good. When I cut these, I cut them long because I wanted to make sure I had plenty, and I can always just turn them back on themselves and I curve them around. But when we first turned it on, that pressure reducer that I have on the end of this hose reduces it to 25 pounds of pressure. That might be too much pressure for these. The one that I have on the system in the barn, or in the high tunnel, reduces it to 10 pounds of pressure, and that might be more appropriate for this. So what I did was I turned, you want to say hi? You don't need to go in. Jonah's in there helping with tomatoes. You don't need to go in there. What I did was I turned the diverter down to half, so it's not putting as much water pressure over here. Hopefully that'll help. Yeah, we need to cage most of them, buddy. But I don't have any blowouts. It looks like I don't have any significant leaks. You want to say hi? Whoa, big jump. Jump again. Whoa, big jump. I don't have any blowouts. So now over the next few days, sorry the lighting is bad. Now over the next few days, when we're not getting any rain, I can just hook up this hose and I can turn on both the high tunnel and this garden, let it go for about 4 hours, because these emitters do about, where? No, that's not a leak, buddy. That's where it's supposed to come out.
No, but
It's where it's supposed to come out. It's okay.
yeah, but it's spraying it.
Okay, well then just set it. It's fine. Just set it next to the tomato and it'll water it. These emitters do, I think, 0.22 gallons of water per hour. So if I leave them on for 4 or 5 hours, I get about a gallon of water, which would be perfect. And I'm not overwatering. These tomatoes obviously will not get watered with this system, or these strawberries, I'm sorry. But I think I'm going to plant all of these inside the high tunnel with the rest of them, because they get a little bit more protection. They'll get more protection from the weather.
I pick them.
Yeah, he eats the strawberries. I plant the strawberries. You help plant some too.
Yeah.
So.
And I pick them.
And you pick them. So that's how you put a drip tape together. Like I said, you can buy a whole kit from Amazon. I think currently in June of 2021, a 10 row, 100 foot row, so 1,000 feet of drip tape, that kit with its like 50 feet of header line and the appropriate fittings on Amazon right now is like $150. I will put links in the description to all of this stuff if you want to do something smaller, if you want to buy stuff separately. I'm going to show you something quick. I just bought another kit that I will be doing a video on when I do it, but this is the what I was talking about, is putting some overhead emitters on those strawberries. Is I bought some of this 1/4 inch irrigation line, and yeah, you can see it, and it came with fittings like this that you stick into there, and then these nozzles that can either work as upright sprayers or downright sprayers, and you can adjust them.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes, because that would be nice if I run a line off of the header here and do some sprayers so that everything is just getting sprayed at the same time. So we'll see what happens, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, click on that leave a comment, all those, you know, the things to do. It really helps with the channel and we appreciate it a bunch. So you want to close out the video? No? Thanks for watching. And as always,
See you in the next video.
he likes to watch. Who do you like to watch?
Arms Family Homestead.
Arms Family Homestead. So Houston closes out their videos a lot, right? Yeah. So you can close out mine. God bless you and your family. We'll see you guys in the next video.